So we can give it a few more minutes as the sessions are still ending. But right now, everyone who's in, you're in the National Charter Schools Institute sponsor session, and we're going to start in a few minutes. So Mary, you are welcome to start whenever you want. The session is recording, and if there's any questions, everyone can put it into the chat on Whova. I'll be able to see that. There's also chat on Zoom, I think is enabled in this one, so I will be able to field those questions for Mary. I think you're muted. Okay.
Yeah, got it. Thank you, Crystal. Really appreciate it. And it's great to be here with all of you. I want to first thank you on behalf of the National Charter Schools Institute for all the work you're doing out in the field for students and families. We know it's been an unprecedented time and a lot of challenges, but we really appreciate all the hard work you're doing and be able to support that work. So my name is Mary Bradley. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at the National Charter Schools Institute, and really excited to talk to you about some of the work we're doing out in the field, how we support state agencies, charter authorizers, charter schools, and charter boards, and really helping to achieve and experience excellence. We are a nonprofit 501c3. We work across the nation across the landscape with authorizers, boards, schools, and districts. Our mission is really to inspire, equip, and make sure that everyone has the support needed to improve education across the nation. We are all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast, plus Hawaii. We serve over 2,000 schools in 22 different states, plus DC, which reaches over 1 million students. These are just some of our partners across the nation. We do, like I said, partner with over 100 different organizations, but here are some of the notable ones that we do partner with, and this list is excitingly expanding. So we hope that if there's something in here today that I cover that you're interested in, you can reach out to me directly, and I will connect you with the experts in our team to work and facilitate your needs. So some of the things that we do, this is just our leadership team. We do have a much broader team beyond this. But some of the things that we do is we do coaching and consulting, help organizations build capacity, anywhere from leadership to down to teachers. We do board trainings, help with school startup, focus on strategy, and we also have technology tools as well. So one of the things that we do is we work with boards. We do board trainings and policy drafting to really help make sure that boards are on top, have great governance, and also that they have policies to help to shape and mold the schools that they are overseeing and governing. We also have the A-game work. So Naomi Rubin DeVoe, who's been presenting in sessions through this conference, along with our partners at Momentum, really is initially is a federal grant working with charter authorizers to help them understand how they can adjust and shape goals that make sense for the populations that schools such as yours serve. And so we've expanded that work and not only working with authorizers, but also state agencies and schools, and to help them, and even in partnership with their authorizer, come up with some really meaningful goals that truly measure success for the group of students that you're working with. And so let's go beyond the norm and just one size fits all approach, and really focus on what matters the most and for different populations. We have a great database on our website. As you can see on the bottom, you can go to that website. This database has been put together to help decision makers and also strategy setters to look at data not only in their region, but across. So schools like yours or serving a certain population, it's really sortable, and you can look and see, like, you know, where should we be setting our metrics, not just based on what we're doing and what we've seen, but also what others are experiencing in other states. So it is a really great resource. There's additional resources beyond the data site that you have at your access, and it's free to use. And so we are working with groups and teams one-on-one as well. So if there's anything that you see in there that you want to engage with our team, we have a lot of great resources, but also a lot of good consulting work to support as well. Our team also, the Institute for Excellence in Education, we offer PD for teachers. So knowing that a lot of things are done virtually right now, we're able to be flexible and provide those trainings and supports and coaching in the virtual formats and tailor to the needs. In addition, we also have parent resources. So right now, more than ever, parents are always an important piece, but right now they need extra resources and supports. So we do also have supports for parents as well. In addition, what we know is that teachers can't just get professional development at one time and have that be effective. So we have created, it's called OBX, out of the box professional development, that allows teachers to go at a pace that makes sense for them, to complete their development, and also to do it on the go or a time that's convenient for them. So it takes them through a progression and different development, and allows one-on-one coaching as well. In addition, some of you may be on the system Epicenter through your authorizer or state agency. It is really exciting that we are going to be announcing this spring that Epicenter school version will be launched. So we already have schools and management companies using Epicenter to manage their internal workflows. So not just to report up to an agency or an authorizer, although the integrated system allows that, but allow it to manage and streamline and create efficiencies in their office. So we're really excited to be launching the school version. If you're not familiar with Epicenter, it is a web-based platform that does seamlessly connect everyone. So whether that's with your authorizer, your schools, your district, your boards, it is really that one-stop shop to help manage. And with the school version, it will allow you to be the licensing organization so that you can manage your own workflows. You can experience the full power of Epicenter. And it is really a great system that management companies and schools are starting to use, because it is something that is meaningful for them to help keep things organized and on top. So what does Epicenter do? It is, like I said, a web-based platform that is mobile friendly. So whether that's on your desktop, on your laptop, your tablet, or your phone, you're able to have access to everything that you need. So one thing that it does is it helps to streamline all those compliance requirements and workflows, so it goes to the right people within the organization. And finally, the person that needs to do something with it or approve it has that capabilities. It helps to strengthen communications and transparency across the organization and across schools. And so it does allow everyone to keep on top of things, to know what is expected, and to make sure that they're fulfilling their obligations. Collaborate across organizations, manage anything that's associated with maybe a charter life cycle or other vendor agreements, manage documents and reporting. So everything's at your fingertips, and you can always have access whether you're at your desk or out in the field. It also helps to automate reoccurring activities. So one thing we like to refer to is, what is your rhythm? What is your annual rhythm, your quarterly rhythm? And it really does help to bring that alive and take the manual work out of it and help your team stay on task to meet those rhythms and those needs. In addition, it helps to assess academic, financial, operational performance. So a lot of authorizers use this in their frameworks, but we find that schools are really intrigued by and are using it to help to say, like, are we on track? Are we meeting expectations? Are we doing what we said we're going to do? So really, we have a scorecard feature that helps you to set your own metrics, your own targets, measure what you want to measure, and make it very easy for people to see, is the school meeting expectations or not? So this is something, if you're ever interested in what it would look like for you as a management company or a school, just get a hold of us and we'd love to be able to set with you and show you the system and how it can really provide a lot of effectiveness and efficiencies across your teams. Again, we do a lot. We work across different organizations, states, and really help to build capacity. And whether it's one-on-one coaching, or there's a specific topic like educational goals, or we are doing large projects in states around reopening of according to COVID and how you do that safely, how you serve certain students, such as students with special needs or students that have other challenges. So we really are not only across the board all the time, but we also are adaptable to meet the moments and the needs of our partners. So if you're ever interested in anything that we have, we're also a connector. So if we don't do it, we know across the nation organizations that do, and really have a lot of partners out there that can help you kind of move your organization to the next level. You can follow us on social media. So just like everyone, we're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. So if you ever want to follow us or get updates, feel free to follow us on the different platforms as well. And a lot of times we push out free resources, inspirational points, news that's happening externally. We also announce free webinars that we're doing. So we have one actually tomorrow coming up on how to virtually evaluate educational leaders. We've had one on how do you reach the policy and how do you impact policy in the federal and state level. And we're also going to be having an upcoming one in January focused on educational goals and measures. So what do you look at like? What do you look at to make sure that you're measuring the right things? And that's all around our A-Game federal grant, but also how does that apply to schools as well? So we have a lot of opportunities. So if you follow us, you'll get those updates, and hopefully you can join us and your colleagues across the nation in learning together. So we're really excited to bring that. And we're also bringing forward on a monthly basis, starting in January, sharing out innovative models that work across the nation. And so we have a national audience, so you'll be joined by other team members from different states, different schools, and really learn about certain models that we feel that are doing great things, that are adapting to the environment, that are addressing equity issues, and how those adjustments and meeting the needs of all students can still result in high outcomes. And so we're really excited to be able to bring and get a community started to share those learnings from successful schools. So with that, I'll take a pause and ask if there's any questions that anyone has or any curiosities, and it could be large or small or detailed or general too. So Crystal, do we have any in the chat, or does anybody have any questions at this point?
No questions in the chat, but everyone, you are free to ask a question in the chat. You can maybe unmute yourself and ask.
Yeah, you can unmute yourself. So if you'd like to do that, please feel free to speak up or ask any questions about anything I covered or something I didn't cover as well. if anyone asks a question and unmutes themselves, we do have books that we do send out. So I'd be happy to send you a couple of books. So to entice you to ask a question or talk about any curiosities you have right now.
We have a quiet group, so.
Yeah, that's okay. Is there anyone that wants to share something exciting that's happening in your school or in your region that you want to share with the rest of the group? Any student success stories, anything that has been happening?
So there is a question that came into the Whova chat. It says, since you are a nationally based organization, do you provide state-specific information?
Yes, we do, actually. We have different team members and associates in different states. One project that we're working on in a fairly large state is we take general, I'll use an example, board governance. We take general great practice in board governance and we really examine the state law and understanding and expectations and tailor it to that. In addition, we have some work around COVID reopening that we've taken all the guidelines, understand the state requirements, the mayoral requirements, and really tailored good practice to what is required in that region. In addition, we have a lot of experience both in schools, state agencies, and authorizers. And so we're able to take what that context is and apply it to the work that we're doing. So we have a breadth of knowledge in several different states, and we also take good practice and tailor it to the state when it's needed. And so we do dive deep into state and local when we're working with a partner and able to tailor that work, project or other, and make sure that it works in the context that the partner is in.